starting break to enter the third act of the regular season. A lot of teams looking for that extra gear right now.
Yeah, some fans might think that everything is decided at this point of the season, but there's a lot of games left and nothing is written in stone.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson is out there with Jalen Wells. Then there's Ty Jerome. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Coward in at the shooting guard position.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Now, here's Adebayo, who played real well against Atlanta in that last game.
Oh, my goodness. 2 loud points for Bam.
And Jerome has got the ball here for Memphis. Pass to Aldama. Back to Jerome. Now Aldama. Here's Coward. Just 5 on the clock. Now Jerome. Over Mitchell. Norman Powell with the rebound.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Wiggins against Jackson. Here's Mitchell. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Wells. Now Jackson. There's a screen by Aldama. Jackson gets the bucket.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
And it gives the defense a lot more to think about.
Now, here's Mitchell. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Sinks the three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
Pass to Aldama. Now, Jerome. And here is Wells. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. In the corner, Powell with it. And the Heat, another three.
Well, he's mainly been a scorer throughout his career, but you like that Wiggins that time kept his head on a swivel.
Wells' shot is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now, here's Mitchell. He has 5. Fires the three. And it's Coward with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Pass to Wells. And there's Jackson on the assist from Wells. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Powell outside. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
Well, they created havoc defensively. They made ball handlers uncomfortable, and they gambled at the right time.
Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Miami no good on that time either. Memphis is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. To the left side wing. Now Jerome. No scoring in this one. Jackson finds Wells. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
That shot off the mark. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Memphis out in front, leading by just 1. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
Jaime Jaquez is out there with Jaka Jonas. Then it's Khalil Ware. Then it's Simone Fontecchio. And it's Jovic in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Anderson a screen on Jaquez. Pippen can't hit. So the Heat, their last game, will win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Hey, the crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Here's Mitchell. He's got 5. Pass to Ware. Powell outside. There's the pick. Launches it. It's rebounded by Memphis. They host the Kings after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's Hendricks. Now here's Anderson. Shot clock at 5. And Ware pulls it down. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Powell with the bounce pass. Jerome with the rebound. Memphis leading. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Anderson outside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Andrew Wiggins is checked in for Miami. So we've seen the NBA, Tim, embrace analytics more and more over time. That's something you caught on to early in your career.
Well, there is no doubt, Kevin, that they're starting to go more to the analytics. The eye test is really important when you look at just what makes good basketball, but the numbers sometimes can tell you things you didn't even realize as a coaching staff.
As a broadcaster, what numbers do you look at normally right off the top? What things are telltales for you?
One thing that I really look at as opposed to individual plus-minus, give me that group of 5 plus-minus. That way I know which units are really getting it done together.
Oh, I love that. Now, Jerome, following the three-point attempt by Andrew Wiggins. Pass to Jackson. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Ware kicks to Wiggins. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Sometimes you gotta do it yourself. Wiggins taking the initiative there.
And a quiet disposition for Andrew Wiggins. Tim, he lets his game do the talking.
Well, Kevin, his teammates love him for that reason. And remember, he was a key cog in Golden State's title in 2022, and the Warriors players and coaches had a difficult time parting with him.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Heat making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Wells. Here's Jackson. Jerome deciding where to go with it. 4 on the shot clock. For 3. And another miss by Memphis.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Powell. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. On the wing, Mitchell. And he hits it to tie the game up. Mitchell's got 8 points.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Pass to Coward. And again, Memphis no good. And so Powell will bring it up for the Heat. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Here's Jerome. Scoreless thus far. Looking to end the run. And here is Wells. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
You're going to have to be very patient right here. Let's see how it plays out.
Pass to Wiggins. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Heat lead by 2. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm joined by Coach Eric Spoelstra. Spo, what encouraged you from what you saw in the first half?
Well, definitely the pace. You can feel it, you can see it. We were able to turn some of those stops into pitch heads and early attacks, but guys are playing fast and just need to get in a better rhythm.
Thanks, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot draw. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for our contestants.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket. So I have to ask you guys, what's next on your personal schedules?
Oh, well, Ernie, man, I'm taking a long vacation.
Sounds fun. Where at?
Shaq, it's a secret location. When I say secret, it means you're not invited.
Okay, I see how it is, Kenny.
Circling back to our featured game, the Miami Heat find themselves in a pretty even matchup.
They're riding the wave of enthusiasm in this arena.
Yeah, getting that boost of adrenaline. They're giving this crowd a show and trying to bring home the W. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Boy, you have to like what we're seeing from Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
The Heat with the lead. Starting the second half, here's Tromas Isilo's foul. They've got Jackson. Also, Santi Aldama out there. Ty Jerome out there with Wells. And it's Coward in at the 2. Now, Wells, after Norman Powell, missed from long range. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Adebayo throws it good.
And Adebayo is hard to knock off course because of that upper body strength.
You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
If a player is fouled on a made basket as he goes to the free throw line, my call would sound like this. Now at the line, Jaylen Brown, 1.
So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me, you definitely do. And the Grizzlies with possession here, following Davion Mitchell's three-point attempt inside, and Aldama slams it in.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Now, here's Wiggins. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
Wiggins watches the floor and sees a guy with a better look.
Here's Coward. Still without a basket. To the paint, trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. And that one is good.
This is the second half start they were hoping for. 4 straight field goals out of the gate.
And here is Mitchell. 8 points for him. It's Powell on the wing. 6 to shoot. The shot by Adebayo, no good. For Memphis, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Wells. Jacks up a 3. No good that time. Miami trailing. In the corner, Powell with it. Wiggins outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Adebayo, high post. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Pass to Coward. A 3 ball. Wells' shot is good. Wells has got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. He's checked in for foul. And Memphis also making a switch. Pippen's checked in for Ty Jerome. .151 left in the third quarter. Pass to Larson. Jaquez outside. Here's Larson. They get the rebound.
And Adebayo causing all sorts of problems for the defense because of his versatility offensively.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Adebayo.
Well, listen, Bam has always been a top-level defensive talent, but he's underappreciated offensively. He's a threat to drop 20 whenever he's out there, and he's a very skilled facilitator.
Khalil Ware's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. And Adebayo drops them both. So, Tim, let me put you in a different hat here. If you're running an NBA franchise, would you rather build around a guard, wing, or a big man in today's NBA?
I think I'd go with the wing with size, a guy that can create his own offense and for which there is no great defensive matchup. Those guys, to me, are the ones that can help lead you to the promised land.
Well, that sounds like a good blueprint. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Free throw, good, Anderson. And both free throws good for Anderson. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. To the middle. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, if he gets an opportunity to throw one down, he is going to take it every time.
Pass to Wells. Here's Aldama. That one falls. Aldama's got the lead up to 5 now for Memphis.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Wells wide open. Off target from three-point range. For Miami, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Pass to Mitchell. Jaquez outside. Good ball movement here by Miami. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Adebayo.
What a finish from Bam, a guy who has no issue playing through physical defense.
Great D that time from Adebayo. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Jaime Jaquez. Yaka Jonas is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Khalil Ware. And it's Jovic in at the 4-man position. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Jerome, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
And Memphis making a change here. Prosper's checked in. Here's Yaka Jonas. Pass to Jovic. Here's Jaquez. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
Jerome, good.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Here's Yaka Jonas. Takes the 13-footer. Bank shot, no good. Here's Spencer. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. And it's a 6-point Grizzly lead. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for the Heat. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jackson's checked in. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. First and foremost, he wants to see more points in the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Here's Powell. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Jerome passes to Pippen. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Jaquez outside. Here's Yaka Jonas, guarded by Jerome. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Pippen sets a screen for Jerome. He's off from 3. He'd have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of this is just the one make.
That is a big-time finish by Wiggins right there. I love when he finishes with that type of authority.
Timeout called by Coach Iserlohn. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Both teams making some changes here. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Jackson. Off target from outside. The Heat trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Powell outside. From 11. Adebayo. Oh, sticks the putback.
Well, Adebayo just stepped up at a critical point in this game. Tremendous amount of confidence.
Here's the screen. Now Jerome puts up the 3. The 3 goes down.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
And the Grizzlies leading by 8. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, and wide open, nails the J.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Memphis.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
Adebayo down low. Defended by Aldama. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Outside Jackson. Clock at 6. There's a screen by Aldama. Jerome. And get the 3. And here are the Heat now. Trailing by 10. Adebayo. That's off. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you later.